Said he's going back to find.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Saturday. I am Kimberly Holmes Ross with Evanston Cradle to Career, and we are here this morning with the Advocates for Action 2.0 Community Coffee. We are on the Radio La Difference platform with Mr. Mann, who was out east last week. I think he's down south this week, but he's wherever he is, he's always accommodating us and providing us with this wonderful platform. We love Radio La Difference and the Radio La Difference family. We also love our Facebook family. If you've joined us, please share this video. As usual, we have another exciting guest for you guys. I'm going to turn it over to the advocates and enjoy the show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Top of the morning to everybody. I'm super excited to be hosting today because I get to talk to Nikko Ross, who is almost like a little brother. I remember when being at Family Focus so many years ago with Ms. Kim and just Nikko being there, part of, and Brittany just being there. And it's just very exciting now to see you as an adult, a third generation, maybe more legend. Okay, you come from a long lineage of legends, and here you are making your stamp in the world with your legacy, your creative genius. So I'm so excited to be here to host you. So I just wanted to start off saying that. So thank you for being here with us, Nikko. Thank you, Nikko. We don't have a lot of time, so I just want to get right into it because I just learned, I'm so sad that I'm just learning about revolutionary arts. Like, talk to me about revolutionary arts in a theater company, young kids, history. Come on, Nikko, tell us about it. And how do we get our young kids involved?
Yes, Revolutionary Arts is a theater program that will expose Black and Brown children to the work of their ancestors and people who are no longer with us. And you can get in contact with me if you want your kids involved or know any kids that are interested through my email, nico.ross38@gmail.com, or my phone number, which I can give out through my email.
Nikko, This is so exciting. Tell us what prompted you to do this? Like, where did it come from? What have we done already? Like, what prompted you to start this, and what have you done so far with the young people? And what's the age group that you're working with?
The age group is anywhere from 5 to 18, and so on. But what I've done so far, I just got my 501(c). So I am recognized by the state of Illinois as a non-for-profit organization. And what I've done so far in the community, I've started a brother-to-brother organization at Family Focus and NAACP Youth Drive, which I got 30 kids memberships to the NAACP, and also March to Save Family Focus.
Wow, this is so exciting, Nikko, because I feel like it's very important to have these things for Black and Brown children, but it's so amazing to have a Black or Brown child bring it up, right? So you've come through Evanston, you're Evanston raised, and you saw a need and you're implementing that. And theater, an art situation, like how infrequent is it that our young kids are able to participate in those arts and be able to learn like the history. We get the history in class, but really getting in there and being able to implement it and get down to the nitty gritty of it. I was actually going to call you for personal reasons because I'm taking a sociology class, sociology through film at Northeastern. And my professor, Dr. Perlow, is taking us to Ghana in March. And I was talking to Ms. Kim about it. She's like, you should talk to Nikko because I know you're very in tune with Africa and our ancestries and things of that nature. So talk to me about how you got so involved in that and wanted to bring it to the young people.
Well, I got my start at an early age at Family Focus, as you mentioned. I was a part of a group named Children of the Diaspora with Mr. George, who is no longer with us, may he rest. And there he would talk about ancestry, the importance of ancestry, knowing who you are and knowing where you stand in the society. And also my grandmother being a queen mother in Ghana and her educating me on the history of Africa is always helpful.
Wow, Nikko, I'm so excited. I have two little thespians that love theater, so I cannot wait to get my kids involved. And I have a daughter that she's done some stuff at Mudlark Theater, but I had no idea that you were doing some things. So I cannot wait to get her involved and really learn that history and take her skills that much deeper. I don't want to monopolize the show. Excuse me. I'm going to kick it over to Amber. Amber, did you have any questions or things you want to say to Nikko?
I do. Hi, Nikko.
Hey, good morning.
I'm so proud of everything that you're doing. You're always very pleasant and courteous. Whenever I see you, you're always willing to lend a helping hand. And that's just kudos, because some of our youth don't even know what it is to lend a helping hand. So my question actually is about the Brother to Brother Peer Mentoring Project that changed your life and the project that you're implementing. I feel like it's so needed in the community, and I feel like programs like this have started, but for some reason it doesn't keep going. And so I'm just so happy that you're doing this. What age range is your project going to be for? What type of mentoring are you going to do for these young men in the community?
Yes, thank you again for having me on the show, and I appreciate your question. The age group is K through eighth through high school, and so on. Brother to Brother has been a huge staple in my life. I was the president of Brother to Brother for 2 years at my college. That's how I got my start and familiar with Brother to Brother, and also us doing work in the Joliet community and being in tune with our local politics. And where we stand on Black manhood and Black masculinity, and, just bringing it all to the forefront.
Okay. And if whether it's young men that want to be a part of it, or even some older men that are willing to mentor younger men, what do they need to do? Just simply email you? Do you have specific times and dates that or meetings established at this point, or is that to come later?
That's to come later. I'm going to start Brother to Brother back up sometime in the winter. Okay. And again, you can reach me through my email if you want to be a part or mentor possibly. My email again is nico.ross38@gmail.com.
Okay. Well, I have more questions, but I'll let I'll pass it on to Nadona. I'll get you another time.
Thank you.
Good morning, Nikko. I always love seeing you. I always love interacting with you. That history of, Black and brown children going to Family Focus and getting that connection to not only our ancestors, but the African Diaspora. I'm just elated that you're continuing that, what's the word? Well, you know what I mean. I'm just elated that you're continuing that. And, yes. You're also, because I've spoken to you about the program that you're doing and all of the research that you've done about so many people in our history that so many of us have no idea about. The Haitian Revolution, Ghana's Ya Asantewaa, who fought against the British and defeated them. And, just all of the knowledge that you have and that you're going to share with young people. I'm just so proud of you. I'm just so proud that, a young man such as yourself in this day and age recognizes the importance of knowing who our ancestors truly were and all that we've contributed. I'm like about to be teary-eyed, just knowing that I too was one of those kids at Family Focus doing African dance and learning about so many ancestors that we did not learn about in school. And you're continuing that. And I don't want to just sit here and keep praising you, but I'm just, I'm so proud of what you're doing, and anything that I could do to try and help, I would be more than happy to. And my invitation to Congo is still open. I'm going back in December. So, whenever you're ready, I'm here. And thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, y'all want to try to take my baby to Africa.
Yeah, she didn't invite me to Africa.
Y'all can come. I'll be in Senegal I'll be Senegal beginning of December, like the second week. And then I'll be in Congo Christmas and New Year's.
Well, that's amazing. So, Nikko, Mr. George, I'm sure he's so proud of you right now. Just really one of our ancestors, really being proud of the light that you're shining on, the things that you've learned as a young adult. Talk to me about a play. I hear you got a play coming up, 1804. You've been sitting on this call for 14 minutes, said nothing. Talk to me about this play and where do we see it? How do we get involved? How do we support you and support this play?
Well, yes, the play 1804 centers around the Haitian Revolution and really focuses on the four power players of the Haitian Revolution. And if there's time, I'll educate on one of the leaders. So the leaders include Francois Mackandal, Toussaint Louverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and Duddy Bookman. The play is in the writing stages. It's almost done, and I'll update anyone who wants to be in it through my Facebook page, Revolutionary Arts, or if people want to email me and get constant updates.
Well, we definitely are going to share your email address because we want to make sure that everybody is the first to know what's going on and they can get involved in this. And wow, the Haitian Revolution. We just recently had Jude Laudet on talking about the things that was going on recently in the news with the, at the borders and such. And really, this is amazing. I'm sure you're in touch with Jude and that family and getting information on there. That's amazing. I'm interested. Like I'm gonna sign up because I want to be in the play. I can't act that well, but put me somewhere. I do the lighting or something. I want to be involved in this. This is amazing. Like I'm so excited for this, and we gonna audition. Me and my daughter, we gonna see our name pop up. What else do you want us to know about what you're doing and how we can involve our young children? What can we do at home to teach these young kids? I have 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 6-year-olds. How can we teach them and speak to them on their language? What do you suggest we do at this age?
At this age, the times has changed so much, especially with the technology and everything. My mom had me read books for at least 30 minutes and normally would write a report on what we read. That's how I got my start. But what I recommend, there's tons of documentaries out. How I learned about the true history of the Haitian Revolution is through a documentary titled 1804, The Hidden History of Haiti. And then there's a book called When We Ruled, also that I read during quarantine, and it talks a lot about our ancestors and victories and battles and the temples they built and all of that nature.
That's awesome. And I think that you really hit it on the nose with the times of change, right? So kids are reading, but that technology piece, trying to incorporate that technology piece in TV. I have a 6-year-old, he's 6, that's so smart, but he doesn't read as much, but he loves to watch documentaries. He's into Wildcrafts and the YouTube videos and so forth and so on. So this is something that I can do. I can read to him, but he'll probably be bored to death, but we can watch these documentaries together. Like I can sit down and watch these things with him and he'll absorb that. So thank you so much. I think Amber has a question she wanted to ask. Thank you, Nikko. And Miss Kim, I'm sorry, I didn't block your mom out.
One more question. Sorry, Miss Kim. I was reading this essay, and in this essay, I was overcome by so many different emotions from, the beginning where you talked about really like your inspiration, about your friend that's no longer with us. And I know you think about that constantly, about your grandmother, your mother, your grandfather, all that helped in the community. And one thing that stuck out to me was the last sentence, and I'm just going to read it. It says, I want to be the light for the next generation. I want to be the light in our country that desperately needs to be healed. That was just like, boom, drop the mic. Oh my God, I love this kid. Explain, can you, I mean, those words were enough, but how do you plan on doing that?
Again, just by creating as many educational avenues to erase and eradicate the mental colonialism that has been placed on the minds of our children and also ourselves. We grow and evolve as well. And just continuing to do that and being consistent and just learning every day.
Thank you, Nikko. Miss Kim, please.
Miss Kim over here crying too. The donut wipe dry. Nikko, yeah, I'm so proud of you. Nikko has been talking to me about this for a long time, and then quarantine really was the true birth of a lot of these ideas that have been, twirling around for years. But when you get to sit in it, and we had the opportunity to just sit in it because it couldn't go nowhere, came the true birth. So Nikko, I have to say, along with everybody else, I'm so proud of you, so proud of pushing it forward, and it's not easy. I think you've learned that, it's not easy to start a business and to develop a business. So thank you for your tenacity, and thank you for your audacity to think that you can do it. And we are here to support you in all of it. Georgie was a big influence, Georgie Leroy, on all of us. And he was one of the first people, honestly, to talk about the diaspora and to talk about things we weren't talking about in history or in school. And he really brought it to light. And I don't know how many of the young people remember it or took it with them. But I'm glad that you did. You talked about 1804 and that play coming up. I know you have some other things brewing. Can you tell us about those?
Yes. What I'm working on right now is I'm trying to coordinate with the city of Evanston to celebrate Ancestors Day. Ancestors Day is celebrated throughout all the diaspora. And what Ancestors Day is just giving thanks and remembering the work of our ancestors and where we go from here, and just using their work as a constant embodiment of what we do and how we pay it forward. And
when is that, Nikko?
Ancestors Day is celebrated January 2nd, right after the new year.
So we can figure out how the advocates can maybe support you and help you do that. I just learned about Ancestry Day through Nikko, or Ancestors Day through Nikko. I had no idea. So thank you for that piece of education that I'm sure many of our community, especially kids, because when you know better, you do better. So we know that there's a day that we just honor our ancestors and the work that they've done, and good work that we don't know about. And I don't know if we're gonna have time. I know you had asked about sharing a piece, but we'll see what we have time. I know that Donna has another question. I saw it in the chat, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we can make time for this piece. And Donna can ask her question, and Nikko, please jump in with because I want to save time for that. I'm on the edge of my seat now. Go ahead, and Donna.
I just have just one really quick question. Well, I guess two. Outside of doing your programs at Family Focus, have you thought about connecting with District 65? And the reason why I say that is because there is a need. There is a massive need to teach the true history of who we are as a people. And I believe that what it is that you're offering does not yet exist in the district. And I think the lack of self-knowledge contributes to many of the issues that we have with our children. And if there's by some way that you could take your program and incorporate it into something at District 65, not just for Black and Brown children, but all children need to know who our ancestors were and what we've contributed.
Yes. Actually, I was writing down in my planner when I was going to reach out to Dr. Horton and introduce Black History and Mystery. It's a program that's going to teach about four significant revolutions that happened, which is not only the Haitian Revolution, but Queen Anne's Jamaican Revolution, the Kenyan Revolution, and what happened in Mexico with the Mexican Revolution as well.
That's amazing. I'll be waiting for it. Whatever it is, I'll be there to support.
Thank you.
So Nikko, go ahead, Ms. Kim. You want to introduce the piece?
Oh,
Nikko,
no. I love
Nikko.
Black History Mystery. That's what I was like, okay. So Dr. Horton,
and you know
you're listening.
We know Dr. Horton is listening because we had him on the show too. So we know that he is a listener and supporter of Community Coffee. And I also just want to really just call out Nikko. I had someone say something to me before about, the Hispanic culture, like the brown people have a need to. And so I just really appreciate the emphasis on Black and Brown and the need to inform all of our young children, as Donna speaks about history, Black, white, Mexican, Chinese, everything, like Brown history, Black history is everyone's history. So really educating the young people on that, but really calling out some of this Mexican Revolution and things of that nature. I think that's important because kids they receive that, right? Like my child just recently been all over the place with Veterans Day, like, oh, it's Veterans Day. Like, kids are sponges and they want to learn. So as you're putting this stuff out here and really teaching them, they want to learn. They want to learn history. They want to know. So we encourage you, keep pouring it out there. We're soaking it up, Nikko. You can count 6 little Allens on your group, honey, because we right there with you. Whatever you're teaching them, we sitting right there listening. So please share what it is you wanted to share before we end. We can probably close it out with that.
Okay, thank you again. Thank you again for all the love and support. It's a piece that I was educated on. This is the history of Francois Mackandal and how he led in Haiti. So Francois Mackandal was born in West Africa. He was captured and brought to Haiti when he was 12 years old and was sold to the Lemois plantation. Mackandal lost his arm in a sugar mill accident, and as a result of losing his arm, he was sentenced to 50 lashes. Instead of taking his punishment, he escaped and essentially freed himself from slavery. Mackandal wandered Haiti for 12 years, recruiting a group of Maroons, or Marois, meaning escaped slaves, in a mountainous area of Haiti. They would begin to train, preparing for Tier 1 of the revolution. What's to be noted, it wasn't only escaped oppressed people who helped Mackandal and his army. It was Native Americans, it was also Haitian locals, and a whole group of people, really. So Mackandal became, of course, a guerrilla leader in his army. So he had many brilliant strategies, which one of those strategies consisted of using oppressed people as intelligence agents, like Nat Turner. And as a result, they would raid the plantation, burn plantations down, and kill their overseers. Mackandal realized something that stood in the way of African liberation in total, which is Black collaborators, also known as Bufatian people. And Bufatian people would do anything to impede African liberation as a whole. So through his next tactic, Mackandal was also an herbalist and knew how to use the ecology as a weapon. So he poisoned the food and the water of the collaborators. And after that was done, he went to the hills to teach the kitchen cooks how to poison their overseers. So Mackandal, with that, killed 6,000 European Frenchmen in total. When the work of the women was done, he then came down to the hill to foretell what would happen with the rest of the revolution. He took out 3 handkerchiefs, 1 yellow, 1 white, 1 black. Yellow represented the people who were on the island before Columbus came and were annihilated. White represented the color of the people who destroyed the Taínos. And black represents the prophecy that we are the African people are going to avenge the Taínos and get the oppressors off the island. Soon after he foretold what would happen, he was turned in by a collaborator and was sentenced to death by burning. Before he was burned, he made a prediction that, quote, "When you burn me, I'm coming back as a mosquito." So years passed, and the white colonists started dying of malaria, which is carried by mosquitoes, which Mackandal kept his promise. And that's all.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Are we going to hear about some of this in 1804?
Oh yes, the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, Nikko, this is amazing. That's exciting. I had no idea. I didn't know. Thank you for educating me. I make myself an honorary Haitian, so thank you for educating me on my people. This is amazing. That's amazing. We thank you so much for being here, Nikko. We hope that you come back after the winter break to talk to us some more. Hopefully update us on where we are with 1804, how we can promote it, how we can get it out there. We're going to share your email and your information so people can contact you and get their young people involved. And please let the advocates know how we can get involved. We'll be reaching out to you to know how we can get involved and how we can really support you in your effort as you support our young Black and brown children. So thank you, Nikko.
Yes, and also how you can support. I have T-shirts and rubber bands that and merch that you can buy. Through that, yeah, my mom has one on. So,
I want one. Now, where do we get these T-shirts and rubber bands, wristbands?
I have them. I can order them. I already have my logo, and I can send it to the guy, and he can put it on the T-shirt.
So send you an email to order them.
Yes, email me your name,
Yes.
size, and payment method.
All right,
Nico, sit back and tell us about the logo. I can see the top of your shirt. Sit back and
Yeah.
tell us about what the logo is.
Oh yeah, so Revolutionary Arts. So through my constant readings and endeavors in spirituality, so Revolutionary Arts was birthed from the concept of Ra. Ra represents the sun, which is divine light, and the hand coming around the eye means giving. So Revolutionary Arts is finding one's purpose through divine light.
Boy, I just got so spiritually enriched today, honey. Now, wait a minute, go back to the shirts. So we can order the shirts, support this effort, support your 501c3 as you're building and developing to get it out there. You want us to send you an email to nico.ross38@gmail.com. Okay, that's what we're doing. And then we're putting our size, what we need. I need 6 wristbands. I need actually 8 because the kids wear it, their dad wears it. He has a ton of them. So we definitely going to get some of those and some shirts. We can order them in kid sizes too.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
All this information is on your Facebook page, yes?
Yes, Facebook page, Revolutionary Arts.
Look for the Facebook page we're going to share it on Advocates for Actions. Our Facebook page will definitely be sharing it. Please look out for orders. Everybody, Evanston community, let's support this young Black man that's coming in, giving back to his community in a meaningful way to the young people. The advocates are proud of you. We're right behind you, Nikko. We'll call Dr. Horton too for you. We're calling them, okay? Get some extra stuff in there for the Black and brown kids. Yes, we're right there with you. Thank you so much, Nikko, for being here. That's all I have, Miss Kim.
It's been a great show, Nikko. We appreciate you. Yeah, we do want Black History Mystery. So we're gonna all we can do to get that supported and hopefully in the curriculum or in some schools. So these kids can learn outside of or inside the school, and not be a mystery anymore. So thank you for that, Nikko. I love that. Love the concept, Revolutionary Arts. We're here for the play. We're here for Ancestors Day. Bring it on.
And you continue to be that light to the next generation.
Thank you.
And thank you for reading that, Amber. That was beautiful. I didn't even see that in your writing. That was great. Yeah, be the light. All right. Well, thank you, Facebook family. Thank you, Radio La Difference family. Thank you, advocates. And thank you, Nikko. You guys have a safe and wonderful Saturday.
All right, bye, everyone.
Showing us the way. Oh.
Evanston Cradle to Career Advocates for Action on Radio La Difference Chicago. Please tune in again next Saturday for another show.
You're showing us the way.